everybody and welcome to video number 5 of the Hero Award. I'm Emily, this is Ellie, and we've got Anne here helping us on today's award. Now this is the last award, isn't it, Ellie? Yeah, Hero Award number 5, which means you should have 5 certificates when you finish this video and the worksheets, and then you'll be able to get the Superstar Hero Award certificate. Won't they? Exciting. Right, shall we tell them what it's about today, Ellie? Yes, okay. So today we're going to be looking at some breathing problems that somebody might have. So we're going to look at 2 specific ones. So we're going to look at choking, and then we're going to look at anaphylaxis. I know, another big word. All it means though, Ellie, is that someone has a very bad reaction to maybe something they've eaten, something they've touched or smelt. Okay, so we're going to look at choking and anaphylaxis, which means a very bad reaction, and it means they can't breathe. Both of these will affect their breathing. Okay, so we need to make sure we stay calm, stay safe, and also get help to them, because these will be emergency situations, Ellie. Okay, now do you remember that emergency number we need to call? Can you remember? 999 or 112. Well done, Ellie. So yes, 999 or 112. If someone can't breathe, this is an emergency. Let's have a look at choking first, okay, Ellie? So we have 2 slides. I want you to imagine we have 2 slides. One slide from our mouth goes all the way down into our bellies. So if we're eating something, the food's gone into the mouth and down the slide all the way into our belly. Or we have another slide, and the other slide is connected to the back of the mouth as well. But rather than going into our belly, it's air that goes down into our lungs, and also air comes back up that slide as well. So 2 slides. Air goes up and down, one of them into your lungs, and food goes down one all the way down to your belly. But when someone's choking, what it means is, Ellie, that rather than eating away and the food going into our belly, what's happened, it's got a bit confused and it's gone down the wrong slide. And it's gone down the slide that's supposed to go to your lungs, and it's got stuck. And that means that we might not be able to breathe properly. Okay, so we need to act quite quickly. So if you see someone choking, Ellie says, well, how would I know someone's choking? It's a very good point, Ellie. Well, you would know someone is choking because they won't be able to breathe properly. And depending on how bad this blockage is in the slide, will depend on how much noise they're making. So if it's not a bad blockage, Ellie, they'll be coughing and trying to get the blockage out themselves. But the blockage could also be a bit further down, and it could be blocking the whole of that slide, which means they won't be able to make any noise. And I will know that Anne's choking because I will see her being quite scared. The whites of her eyes will be jumping out. Our hands tend to go to our throat when we're choking as well. So you'll be able to see that somebody's choking because they'll be holding their throat, they'll be looking scared. Sometimes you'll be able to hear them choke. So if it's only a minor choking episode, they'll be making a noise. But if it's a major choking episode, then you won't be able to hear any noise. So don't always use noise as a sign of they're choking or not. Just have a look at their eyes, look what their hands are doing, and talk to them, Ellie. Okay? So let's use Anne here. Let's say Anne's been eating away at the table and she was talking at the same time, or not chewing her food properly. And then what's happened is a bit of food's gone down the wrong slide into the lung slide. So Anne's making a noise, she's coughing, which is a good sign because it means it's only a minor choking episode. So we're going to say, Anne, it's okay, I'm here to help you. Can you carry on coughing? Go on, tell her to cough. Cough, cough. Okay, so Anne's coughing, so she'll be making a noise, which is good, Ellie. It's good because she can still breathe a little bit, so she can cough it out. And hopefully it will come out. But let's say she wasn't making a noise, and she's got her hands up by her throat and her eyes are jumping out, Ellie. We're going to tell her, go over to her. We're going to say, Anne, are you okay? She's not talking, so we're going to say, are you choking? If she nods her head, we know she's choking. So then what we're going to tell her to do is still tell her to cough. So cough, cough. That's not working, Ellie. Okay, I know what we're going to do. So we're going to get him to lean forward, and you'll help me, Ellie. You help her. There we go, lean forward, and we'll support her like so. and we're going to do some back slaps. We're going to use the heel of my hand, Ellie, and I'm going to hit between those shoulder blades. Now, I don't want you to practice on anybody, but if you've got a cushion, you could practice on a cushion. So here's my cushion here, so we could practice with a cushion. I'll show you what I mean by that in a second. And then you're going to hit again. And again, keep coughing, hands. That's 3 and 4 and 5. 5 back slaps. Okay, Ellie? So stand up. So we're going to do 5 back slaps. Okay, I'll remind you. And he says, can you remind me again? Yes. So as soon as we came across, we saw Anne. She wasn't making any noise. So we're going to say, Anne, are you okay? She shakes her head. But then we're going to tell her, are you choking? And now she's nodding her head. So now we're going to tell her what to do. Cough, yes, so cough. Come on, Anne. Cough, cough. Nothing's coming out. So we're going to lean them forwards and we're going to do 5 back slaps. 1. Keep coughing, Anne. Come on. 2. And we're staying nice and calm. And we're shouting for help. Help. 4. 5. It's still not come out. So now we're going to do what we call a belly thrust. So we're going to go and find where her belly is. Can we all find that bit on yourself? And I'm going to show you on me. Here, underneath your rib cage and above your belly muscles. Can you all find that little bit there? Here. If we poke, it hurts. We don't poke too much, but that's the bit we're trying to find. Now, in order to get to that very small belly, I'm going to make a fist. And I'm going to put my thumb, my knuckle of my thumb, inside there. And you can help me. Put the other hands over there and we'll pull inwards and upwards. Now, we don't do it on ourselves. And we don't practice on anybody because it will hurt them. But I'm going to show you on Anne, and then I'm going to show you how you can practice using a cushion, okay? So let's get Anne. So we've told her to cough. We've done our 5 back slaps. Now we're going to do our 5 belly thrusts. So here, find that little bit, put a hand there. Ellie, you help me. Lean them forwards, and we're going to put 1. Oh, we're going to do 5 of these. 2. Come on, Anne, keep coughing. 3. 4 and 5, it's still not out. So now we're going to keep on going. So we're going to keep repeating what we did. So we're going to go back to our back slaps again. Okay, so I'm just going to sit over there for me. Thank you. Now, can you remember all that? Because there's a lot to remember. So what we're going to do is we're going to see if they can talk. So choking. So if we come across someone that's choking, it means that the bit of food they were eating has gone down the wrong slide and it's gone into their lungs rather than their belly. And they might make a noise and they might not. If we see someone looking scared because the whites of their eyes are there or the hands around our throat, we're going to go over to them and we're going to ask them if they're choking. Are you choking? If they nod, we're going to tell them to cough and keep coughing. And if that doesn't work, Ellie, what are we going to do? 5 back slaps. And if that doesn't work, Ellie, 5 belly thrusts. And we keep on going. And who must we call? 999. We must call the ambulance. Okay? Because if we don't get it out, Ellie, what's going to happen? Yeah, if it doesn't come out, then unfortunately they might fall to the floor and we might need to do CPR because they're not breathing then. Now, as I said, you can practice this with a cushion. So you pretend this is Anne or someone, or you can get a teddy. Don't practice on this anybody else. But imagine this was Anne, so you'd be going, Anne, are you choking? And she nods. So you're going to say, cough, Anne, cough, cough, cough. Then we lean them forward. Then you can practice hitting it. 1, 2. And we don't go too fast. We go nice and slow. 3, 4, 5. That hasn't worked. Now we can practice our belly thrust. But here, pulling inwards and upwards on a cushion or on a teddy. Okay? Does that make sense to you? Oh, brilliant. Now, the other type of breathing issue we want to talk about, Ellie, is if someone has an anaphylactic reaction. That means a very bad reaction. They're allergic to something that maybe they've eaten, maybe they've smelt, or maybe they've touched. And people can be allergic to lots of different things. But it could be things like peanuts, bee stings, dairy products, fruits, lots of things they can be allergic to. We don't need to worry too much about that. We just need to know how to save their life if their breathing becomes a problem, Ellie, okay? And sometimes they will get a rash that appears or tingling, or you'll see their face swelling up. Now this is an emergency, and it's sometimes a bit scary to see someone looking like that. So we've got to stay calm and we've got to get help to them very quickly. So what number are we going to call, Ellie? Can you remember? 999, and we need to tell them what's happened and where we are. Now if someone did have an allergic reaction to something they've eaten or touched or smelt, then they might carry some medication with them. And there's different types of medication. We've got an EpiPen, we've got a Jext, and we've got an Emerade. Now these are called pens, auto-injector pens, and they might carry that around with them. Do you have one, or do you have any friends or family members that carry one of these around with them? No, I don't have anybody, but you might have somebody in school that needs one. And it's really important they carry two around with them wherever they go. So if you've got a friend that needs one, then make sure they take it out to their lunch hall with them. Make sure when you go and play with them in the playground or outside after school or in the houses, then they carry them around with them. It's really important to do that, okay, Ellie? Well done. Now, if you see they can't breathe, maybe in the playground playing with them, then call 999. Shout for someone to come and help you. Go and tell a teacher. Go and tell another adult that you need help. And then get their auto-injector pen. And they should be able to do it themselves. But we're going to show you how, aren't we, Ellie? So we're going to hold the pen. They're normally in a case like this. So we take them out of the case. Thank you, Ellie. And the pen looks like this, but there's always instructions on it. It tells you what to do. So the first thing it says to do is remove this cap from the top there. So put that down there. What that does, it activates the trigger, because at this end here, there is a needle. So we're always going to hold it like that. And then we're going to make sure your friend is sitting down, and we're going to aim between their knee and their hip, about here, avoiding the hem. The hem is the thick bit on the trousers. And we're going to hold their legs still, and we're going to start talking to them and keeping them calm and tell them what's going to happen. And then we're going to jab it in until it clicks. Did you see that, Ellie? Holding my leg so I don't move. And then when we count it to 10, we can take it out. Now you get one go at doing this, because now you can't reuse it. So you must make sure you do it properly. You might need to use a second pen if they can't breathe again, Ellie. We can give them a second one after about 5 minutes. But that medication should keep on working, hopefully, until the ambulance comes. Okay? So we've covered quite a few things there. We've looked at choking today, and then we've looked at someone who has an anaphylactic reaction. Well, thank you so much for listening. You've got your worksheet to do. Don't forget to get your last certificate and then your big certificate overall for being a superstar hero first aider. Thank you so much for joining us. So goodbye from me, Emily, and goodbye from Ellie and Anne. Thank you guys. Take care. Bye. And remember, stay safe and stay calm.